referee Gabriel Martins is ready to get things underway here.
Fight.
In the all black, the long sleeves is Meregali, the Brazilian, now based here, training with New Wave Jiu-Jitsu in Austin, Texas. With a short sleeve colored rash guard on is Breylor Grout, hailing from San Diego, where he also trains with Legion American Jiu-Jitsu, a team founded by Keenan Cornelius.
Yeah, there's a man who has some experience with Nicholas Meregali. One of the most exciting matches we ever saw at the IBJJF World Championships took place between those two athletes. I'm sure he had some input on maybe Meregali's mindset, let's say, if not his no-gi game.
Now, who's next viewers would have seen Breylor Grout, albeit rather briefly, on the very first episode of the show, because he was eliminated by Big Dan Manasoyu in that first round of matches in the fastest match of the entire season. He basically lost in the 30 seconds to a leg lock, but, well, I mean, this match has already gone longer than that, but that's not Meregali's style, is it, Chase?
No, you know, he never really favored the legs and the gi. You have to think he's become more and more competent as he spends time with the New Wave team with John and Gordon, but clearly definitely looking ahead to ADCC by focusing on his wrestling. We're seeing more of that tonight. Not shocked at that. It's all about getting time on the mat, and nothing's more valuable than actual competition time, putting those skills into place. You see Breylor, though, is on the single here.
Yeah, we've seen some single leg defense here from Meregali, and does a good job in maintaining his balance throughout that sequence. Now, here's the question. When it comes to the ways to victory for both of these competitors, Meregali won his first ever no-gi match earlier this year against Arnaldo Maidana by way of armbar very, very late into that 15-minute match. We see there from Breylor Grout, we've seen him in action in, let's say, IBJJF points tournaments. We've seen him in action at No-Gi Worlds and multiple other tournaments. Nice takedown there from Meregali from the single leg. Very different finish there to that of Grout's attempt earlier. And immediately into a passing position is Meregali.
Yeah, what a nice finish to that takedown, right where he wants to be, pouring on the pressure from top here. Fantastic opening moments here from Nicholas Meregali, looking maybe to peek around to the back or just finish the pass. Almost a chance for the black hole if he shoots that left leg around.
I'm seeing triangle.
Yeah, there is a triangle.
Yeah. I'm seeing a triangle either from front or from the back, because that position, that deep underhook that Meregali has, he could well escape that leg from inside the half guard, run around to the top and finish with one of those triangles from the back. But Breylor Grout seems to have removed that immediate threat and is now in a position to possibly scoop a leg for an attack of his own from this Z-guard position.
Yeah, great work from Breylor there. Things were looking a little bit tenuous for him, but now he's on the attack here from bottom.
Oh, he's throwing the leg up. He's into this kind of single leg X position. You can see that Meregali is addressing it by trying to remove the foot from the hip. He doesn't want to get deeply entangled by the legs. Trying to high step, back step his way out of it. Goes over the top. And that somewhat answers the question of how Meregali handles the leg attacks.
Yeah, wasting no time going right back into his passing sequences here. Nice
Double
attempt from
underhooks
Breylor,
on top.
but Meregali turning up the pace now here.
Oh, very close to moving into the mount now. He has double underhooks. This looks like watching Gordon Ryan pass the guard. The way that he has those elbows so far separated away from Breylor Grout's torso, and he's moving high now with this mount. This is a very dominant position indeed, and we are not even 4 minutes into the match.
We've heard they're working on smothering submissions there from this kind of chest-to-face position with both arms collected. That looks horrible.
Well, we saw how much pressure Gordon Ryan generated in his match against Jacob Couch earlier this year, that he was able to get a finish from a very similar position. And Meregali seems to be, well, if there's any example that you should follow when it comes to no-gi grappling, Gordon Ryan is a very good example to follow, technically speaking. And Meregali is, wow, just the technicalities on the mat right now, the resemblance is striking.
Yeah, and even if you don't get the finish here, you set up all kinds of options, like the arm, for example, which Meregali has opted to perhaps drop off for.
Gone high now into S-mount kind of territory. Breylor Grout, you can see him trying to bump using his legs. He's got a deep rear naked style grip of the arms, which was protecting him, and he finds his way out, but not completely out of danger. Meregali is straight back into this knee cut style passing position, but there is an escape from Breylor Grout, who is back to his feet. Well, let's see what the judges' favor has to say.
Well, I think we know where that's going, but great work from Breylor to make things back all even now. Neutral position and on a single leg. But it's Meregali here finishing on top.
Yeah, that is definitely not a surprise. Judges favor Meregali in that opening stanza of the 15-minute match. Of course, these are not rounds or points. They are simply an indication of where the judges, where their opinion lies as we move through these matches. But yeah, we can. Doesn't take a grappling expert to understand why Meregali was given the judges' favor here in this match so far.
No, but this match has been a real treat to watch so far. We're seeing a lot more of Meregali's game, Nogi game. Breylor has also had some moments, so this has definitely been a much more action than we saw in Meregali's first route here.
Oh, now we see this is possible triangle territory. You can see that it's almost like a deep half, but the elbow's been compromised so much. Oh, and now you see that Meregali is cycling through various grips. And I feel like he's almost testing out some positions here, but he can't afford to leave his leg lying around too long in these kind of positions. If Breylor Grout was able to kind of get a little bit of elevation under that leg entangle could be trouble, but right now the smash pass position is good for Meregali. Oh, look at that again, moving over the legs into the mount. Just complete positional control. Such a different match compared to Nicholas Meregali's first no-gi match earlier this year, which was almost entirely played out on the feet as a wrestling match. We've got a much better glimpse into what Nicholas Meregali's no-gi grappling game looks like on the mat.
That's right. And now he's collecting just the one arm, maybe thinking of a head and arm choke here. Now back to two. Again, forcing the smother. This has to be wearing on Breylor, zapping his energy, just making life difficult.
Those elbows are so high. Meregali has used that control position more than once to advance his hips up higher and possibly look for an arm bar, but there's multiple attacks from here, right?
Absolutely. It really depends too on exactly how Breylor opts to defend. Right now, maybe he might actually end up going belly down, doing anything he can to get out of here, giving up his back. We saw Meregali jump off for the arm earlier. There's a head and arm choke. A lot basically can happen from here. Or Meregali can continue just to cook him until the moment presents itself, which we see here.
This could be it. This could be that moment, because now this is the exact same attacking position he went for earlier. Breylor's grip is really what's saving him in this position. His posture completely compromised. Meregali is in a very, very dominant position. He's going to look to pass his left leg over the head and to go for an arm lock, to hyperextend the left arm of Breylor Grout. But the slipperiness of the no-gi game, you can see that the grips were lost, and Meregali has now switched to the head and arm choke, aka the katagatami. And once again, there's an escape there from Grout. Good late submission defense in both cases. Oh, a possible leg attack here for Grout.
Nicholas's leg is kind of at a weird angle here, but he is in a safe position if he gets a little more comfortable. Now he's very happy. He can get a cross face and maybe even pass directly into the mount like he has been here.
Yeah, by keeping his hips on top of that right knee, it kind of kills a lot of the elevation that Grout is able to enact. And you can see Danaher is right there, quietly, calmly coaching Meregali through these positions. And Meregali once again moves into this mount, and I think that his intentions are clear, Chase. He's had the opportunity to finish in various ways. He seems intent on getting the arm in a specific manner. Again, looking to...
Red.
Yeah, judges favor red after that second 5 minutes. We're over 10 minutes into this match now, and Nicholas Meregali goes for his third armbar attack. Now this is better. He has the leg over the head. Let's see if he can actually hyperextend the arm. The grip of Breylor Grout, he's got a rear naked choke style grip that is saving him.
You can see him trying to pop the arm off there. Breylor's got an awesome grip, it looks like, though. Proving it throughout this match. Because gi or no gi, finishing an armbar is the same kind of technical.
Oh, he's out. Yeah, there's the same steps that you would apply in that escapes, in that situation, right? Whether it's gi or no gi, and Grout did the perfect technical defense to that submission attack.
Sorry, I caught up watching Breylor sort of work his way out of that.
Hypnotized by the jiu-jitsu techniques on display. There's a lot to learn here.
Now we see Nicholas on bottom for the first time in his no-gi career. I think he didn't spend much at all in the Maidana match, and now for the first time here in the Breylor match. Not for very long. Immediate sweep here, back to top.
Wow.
But I was curious what that might look like. And here we have Breylor maybe thinking about hunting for a leg.
Meregali seems calm as well in this position. I'm sure that one of the first things that he would have wanted upon joining forces with the New Wave team was to get a good grip of what those leg locks look like and what threats to be aware of. And he seems very comfortable in defending those positions. Right back into pressuring Grout. Out of danger though. Here's a much deeper entanglement now, because Grout actually has the ankle lock grip around the base of the leg. Meregali calmly slides it out. We see a head hunting again is Nicholas Meregali. He's gone high, and he is once again looking for that arm triangle choke. There's a great angle of the submission attack.
Kick and pull, kick and pull. Kick him to your left. Open to your left. Backhand, get your knee underneath them. Breylor, recover.
And I'm really impressed by Grout's resilience in the face of all of these submissions. It's a methodical performance from Meregali. But I've lost count of the amount of submissions that he's been working on.
Yeah, great point. Meregali been dominant throughout, but Breylor executing a lot of technical escapes, doing just enough to stay safe for the remainder of this round, maybe. 2 minutes left.
Oh, there is a much better look at the arm triangle choke now. I think that's a
That
lot
looks good.
tighter.
That looks good.
There is the finish. There is the tap. In the 13th minute of the match, Nicholas Meregali gets his second no-gi submission in as many matches by way of arm triangle choke here on Who's Number One.
Yeah, outstanding showing from Nicholas Meregali. A lot of new tools we're seeing tonight. Lots of passing. We saw a quick sweep. Tons of submission attacks. A lot of mount control.
13 minutes and 11 seconds was the official time for a very happy Nicholas Meregali getting another submission win. He really is proud of his high finishing rate in both gi and now no gi, it seems.
Let's take a look at some of our best moments from this match. We saw some nice wrestling exchanges early, including this takedown from Meregali that ended up in a great passing position, which then led to this.
Looks like Meregali is some of a secret wrestler nowadays, utilizing these techniques with great efficiency.
Yeah, and he definitely had this on his mind throughout the entire match. We saw him go through several different armbar variations, but it was the head and arm in the end that did the trick. So impressive in itself that Breylor was able to do enough to defend those arm bars.
I think this is the match-ending submission right here. And I think what's very interesting to note is the way that Meregali, as we said, those mount positions, the mount position that he held in many different moments throughout this match, well, he had the choice of the submissions, right? He was able to kind of go after that armbar relentlessly, but ultimately it was the arm triangle
Look
that
at the
gave him
pressure
the win.
from that choke. Sorry to interrupt, but that was serious.
In 13 minutes, 11 seconds, your winner by submission via arm triangle, representing New Wave, Nicholas Meregali.
All smiles now for Nicholas Meregali, picking up his second career submission win. And in very impressive fashion, all that's left now is to take it away. Kendall Rusing with some words from our winner.
All right, congratulations, Nicholas Meregali. You have earned a 500 Tez coin here, and 500, yeah, 500